Okay, this week in ELA we are going to be talking about the story, The Black Stallion, and that is found on page 599 to 613 in your ELA book. This week we're going to be focused on several things as it relates to reading. First of all, we're going to be talking about story structure, characters, setting, conflict, resolution, characterization, and theme. Now, story structure, to help you kind of get an idea of what this is, the story structure is all the important parts that together form a story. Okay? This is all the parts of the story that come together to help create the story, and we're going to be talking a little bit more later about that. Now, your book gives the definition that story structure is like the frame of a building on which the parts of the building rest. Okay? If you talk to a builder, they will tell you that this is called the foundation. Okay? This is, in our example that we're doing, we've got to build all the story up in order to figure out what the story is about. So story structure is the important parts that hold together to form a story, or that together form a story. The first part we need to talk about is characters. You know what that is. A character or characters are the people who appear in a story. For example, in our story this week, we're going to learn about Alec and Black, which is the name that they are going to use to call Black Beauty. Or not Black Beauty, but the Black Stallion. The setting is where the story takes place. Now, when you write a story, you can choose your story to take place anywhere. On a farm, on a beach, or in the mountains, or you can choose in space, wherever you want it to take place. That's what the setting is. The conflict is the problem around which a story is built. For example, this week we're going to be talking about how Alec tamed the Black Stallion. Right, that'll be the conflict that we're going to be dealing with this week, is trying to figure out how did Alec tame the Black Stallion. The resolution is the way the conflict in the story is solved. All right, so we're going to determine what the conflict is, or what the problem is, and resolution is how was that conflict solved, how was the problem solved. Characterization is the next part. It's the way the author presents a character. Right, and we'll be learning what type of person Alec is. We'll also be learning what kind of horse the Black Stallion is, and we've kind of done this throughout the years, talking about each of the characters and what are they like, what makes this character so unique. Theme is the overall message or major idea behind the story. That means after I've finished reading the story, what did I learn? What does the author want me to learn? Now, sometimes that theme is clearly stated, meaning that the author will tell you what he or she wanted you to learn, but other times you have to use the evidence that have been given to you, and you have to figure out on your own what the author was trying to talk about. Okay, and I hope that kind of gives you an introduction to what's coming up next week or this week, whichever time you decide to listen to this. But that's the skills that we will be learning about this week. Story